Welcome to Florence, Italy, the first stop on my month-long expedition in this incredible country. Unfortunately, I only have one day in town before heading north on a road trip to Venice. And like any first day in a new place, it's inevitable not to see things through the lens of a tourist. I pass by the well-known structures that bring in all the crowds and start my day with something perhaps even more iconic, a beautiful porchetta sandwich with sun-dried tomatoes, arugula, and a spicy sauce. This masterpiece is worth the flight alone. I wander over to the central market, give my stomach a little foreshadowing for the trip ahead. And on the second floor, things start to sink in as I maneuver through all the delicious modern food stalls. As the afternoon light turns everything to gold, the famous Piazzale Michelangelo is the place to be for sunset. It's a good first day here in Italy. Aimless and relaxing, and I didn't really film much because tomorrow begins the real adventure. But the night's capped off with a delicious pizza and one of the best gelatos I've ever had. Let's do this. Rental car. The Italian road trip officially begins now. My co-pilot on this drive is friend and fellow traveler Clint of triphacker.com. It's that time again. Road trip. This time, Italian style. We are in Florence. We're heading out of the city, if we can do that successfully. And we're heading out. Our goal today is to make it to Bologna. We're gonna hit San Marcos. We're gonna hit you got it. We're gonna hit Montepulciano. Saying that terribly wrong. Montepulciano, San Marino, and hopefully we'll end up in Bologna. Our Italian is terrible, but our car is small, so we're in good shape. Let's hit the road. We're having a tough time getting out of the rental car place.
There's people everywhere.
This proves to be tough task number one. We're riding in a VW Golf right now. Actually more spacious than we thought, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's not bad.
But there are just people everywhere. It's just hard to get out of this rental car place. Get us out of here.
Dude, should I go around someone? This is making me a little upset.
Yeah, this is crazy.
What should I do here? Go around?
No. That's this car return. We want to keep going straight. Okay. I don't know what we do here. Coins only.
Coins only?
How many? I got one. 650? I got a one.
Dude, I don't have any coins.
Alright, you can use bills.
We did it.
Gates up. Alright, this one's serious. We're gonna loop around and you're gonna go right where that guy went. So around here, boom, boom, boom. Here we go, baby, the open road. Welcome to Tuscany. This is my first time seeing the countryside of Tuscany. And not long after leaving the city limits, it absolutely lives up to the hype. It's rolling hills lined with endless vineyards and decorated with these skinny, evergreen Tuscan cypress trees. Clint and I decided to take a bit of a detour en route to Bologna and make the hour-and-a-half drive south of Florence to an amazing medieval hilltop town called Montepulciano. Alright, we made it to Montepulciano. I think we're saying that right. Look at this beautiful place. It's an incredible hilltop town. Just driving winding streets to get up here. The parking was a little bit hairy, but we got a spot on the street. Hopefully this is a legal spot. Now we're just gonna go explore town, see what we can get into. Narrow cobblestone streets, wide open city squares, and church towers that look over it all. If it wasn't for the other tourists, just walking around makes you feel like you're stepping into the pages of a history book. It's a settlement that predates the Roman Empire, and my only disappointment is that we aren't here in August, when apparently there's a festive barrel race through the middle of the city. And if that wasn't enough, the whole town is surrounded by vineyards and wineries. One in particular is called the Cantina Winery, where you can grab a glass of the area's beloved Vino Nobile and overlook this unbelievable property. Back in town, we find a beautiful little terrace for lunch. I go with a prosciutto paired with cantaloupe and pasta carbonara. Both make me very, very happy.
Saltiness to the prosciutto, sweetness to the cantaloupe. Unbelievable.
That was a delicious meal. We gotta keep moving. Back in our ride, we trade in Tuscany's open countryside for the narrow, mountainous roads which lead us to a new country. We are up in the mountains now on our way to San Marino, and this is a tight road. The Republic of San Marino is categorized as an enclaved microstate, which technically means it's its own separate entity from Italy. It's the world's smallest republic and holds the smallest population of all the members of the Council of Europe. New country! New country! San Marino, we are here, we think. And it is beautiful, but I gotta focus. And once inside the republic, we went straight to the Guatita Fortress, which overlooks it all. There's the gates. Through the gates. That's the tower. Up. Let's go up there. We made it to the top of the fortress in San Marino. There's the fortress, and there is everything the eye can see. The Guatita Fortress is the oldest of 3 towers on the hills of San Marino, built in the 11th century and served briefly as a prison, probably the most beautiful prison location of all time. Despite only getting a small taste of this place, our schedule tells us that we have to keep moving, and we make the long drive north to Bologna in the dark. Just arrived in Bologna, just trying to figure out where we can do some overnight parking without getting our car towed or robbed, and we're not having much luck just yet. Bologna welcomes us with tight, winding streets, a lively young atmosphere, and pizza. It's a great stopping point for our first day on the road trip to Venice. Right. It's been a long day today, but I'll tell you what, finish off with some good pizza, a little calzone. We went to San Marino, we went to Montepulciano, we traveled through the mountains and down along all the different grapevines and all that stuff. It was a great day, long day, ready for more Bologna tomorrow. That's it. See ya. Coming up on this mini Italy series, we try traditional food, I discover my favorite city in Italy, we go to the beach, make it to Venice, and then it's off into the mountains. Be sure to stay tuned next Friday. This is definitely my favorite town so far on Arola. I know it's probably the most popular, but rightfully so. I'm just cruising through these little back streets here, going down the steps in search of the center point in town, and then in search of the lookout spot as the sun's about to go down. But it is just beautiful. Look at all these little side streets, little back alleys. This is very cool.